if you feel pain in trading, then this is something what is absolutely normal. But people would tell you nowadays that pain is not normal. You need to understand that in our mind, in our head, there is a section where is pain produced, and the other one is where learning comes in. And these two parts are just like beside. So what is to understand is that the kid who has bad grades in school, and then, very important, goes home, gets maybe scolded from his parents, he will feel guilty that he didn't learn enough. He will be afraid because of the future and understands that he needs to learn more. But now we have electronics such as cell phones, video games, movies, and this electronic is sort of making it numb, making us understand that pain is not good, but actually it is very good, because from shame of taking the wrong decision, not learning hard enough, failing, being afraid, like if we feel afraid, it's from the future. If we are scared, right, also from the future. But if you feel ashamed, then it's something what happened in the past. So you need to understand that these are very good motivators, especially when it comes to trading, by making good decisions. So when we can see certain patterns on the market and we were getting stopped out there, then we need to look forward. What can we do? Is it maybe better not to trade that? What do I think? What is the best possible decision I can do for my trading so I don't feel shame after taking the decision? And so I don't feel too much afraid or too much fear in doing wrong, right? So what is very good is against fear is always to have priorities. Priorities in what trading strategy am I prioritizing? What am I trading right now? Am I already trading with real money, or especially am I trading first with the demo account? It would be more important to say, like, I have 10 trades over the next 2 weeks or 1 week, divided into like $1,000 divided into 10 trades, and I make sure I always use the same indicator, the same trading setup, so I have something I can measure on. I use the same trading market, so I have something I can build a relationship on, because each market has a different personality and runs also different. Of course, S&P 500, when it goes up, the euro, US dollar, gold, silver, platinum, they're all involved in that. So trading it at the same time, I think, is not something that would be very smart. Instead of choosing this one market, building skill, the relationship, and then holding the relationship consistent into making pictures of the market each time when we start trading, our first thought, and then when we're finished with trading, making the next picture, and then just writing down what was the money making activity, like what was the first impression, in what direction did we saw the market going to. Then the second picture is like, where did we see what the market did, and where was using the same indicator, using the same trading setup. For example, what I love is just using a 1 minute chart and a color switch, such as a red and a green candle or green and a red candle, and then the anchored VWAP or a 1 day VWAP. And then once the market touches and dips in, can I trade in the reversal? Like if the market pushes, for example, up, there's a price retracement. Then from this price retracement, the reversal, because the market has already momentum in that direction, very strong. So of course, reversals will be applied or are applied more easier than, for example, if the market pushes up and then trying just to sell. Instead of, it's more like the market pressures up, does a small retracement back, and then in this small retracement to continue the bigger movement. And because the market did a certain amount of movement, to expect the market does the same movement after this retracement, what's absolutely awesome using the anchored VWAP. And fear and shame will never go away fully, but it will be reduced because we understood what we're doing. We understand what we're prioritizing. So this is about when we expect fear. When we expect sadness of seeing a movement and not being able to catch the movement, then there's something that is called lack of information. The more high quality informations we get, the better decisions we can take. For example, if we would use a 1 minute chart and we would check on every small green and red candle, we would get a lot of trashy informations because those are just like bouncing up and downs. But we actually need a $1,000 movement. So instead, For me, it's more important to make the chart so small as possible so I can see 1 or 2 days using a 1-minute chart on a phone. That's almost impossible. Like, it is possible, but it's better to have this 24-inch 2K screen, like 2K monitor it's called. And then when seeing then the whole day structure, you will see what movements the market did within the last 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes. And to expect that the market will do the same movement again, while it's not from an economical side, what is very important, is extremely realistic. Like, if we can see the market does more up movements than down movements in length, and there is a high nearby and it will reach it, then I mean, like, it's more better to trade in that direction than just like in the opposite direction to expect that the market will turn around. Like, that's just common sense, like building the relationship to the market. And that's when when trying to read every small information, of course we get a lot of trash in, and then we'll also trade trash. But if we concentrate on these bigger movements, on high quality informations, and the faster we get high quality informations in, the better high quality informations we can also do. This is common sense, but the thing is also not to use it on the practical side, is to use a 1-minute chart, because we have 60 candles within 1 hour. There are very small trading setups to have a small stop placement, high leverage, what I think I love really a lot. And then when making the chart small, we can see everything. What you see also using a 30-minute chart. It's just that you have plenty of candles was absolutely cool, because in the movement, in the bigger movements, you can see how big the retracements were. And because we're able to see that, it tells us if the market is right now running nice or if it's running right now trashy. And the market will tell you right now, trader, the market is running right now very nice. Does 5, 6, 7 green candles using a 1-minute chart time each. The market was going in one direction, and each time the market did a retracement, it was maybe just like 3 or 4 red candles. Of course, it will not happen every day. It will not happen every week. But the thing is, you will have it almost every month. It will be occurring. So it's about listening to what the market is saying, to have the relationship to the market, and then to accept what we see is good and what is not good. You need to understand that you need to be aligned to yourself. You need to listen. You need to expect that the market would tell you things that you're not expecting the market would tell you, and that's what listening is meaning, but that's what we're not having learned. It's more about like we think as traders, like we learned now the skill. Maybe we bought a course or whatsoever and did a training on trading or read this book. And now we're sitting down on the market and we're like a know-it-all. But instead, what it's more about like to read what the market does with common sense. Can we see that the trade is working? The indicator, this trading setup, is it working right now? Or is the market so much messed up in contraction phases, spiking up and down that it's not realistic to trade right now? Then of course we're not trading it and we're waiting until we have a day, not a time like this hour and next hour or 3 hours later. It's mostly about days. The market has each day a different structure almost. Sometimes there are contraction phases, they last like 1 or 2 weeks, but most of the time is each day the market has different kind of market phases. And by just trading 1 or 2 hours, what is totally enough, we can already identify, is this right now a day that works good or doesn't? Hope you can take something out of this one. Wish you all love, good trades, JT out.